A man believed to be behind a deadly machete attack in the Holy Cross neighborhood is in jail this morning after he allegedly attacked two more people, including his mother, at a Shreveport hospital. Zaokoye Chatman was booked into a Shreveport jail overnight on an aggravated battery charge. Police say he went to the Oxnard LSU Health Hospital. That was yesterday afternoon and stabbed his mother in the head with a machete. Another person that worked at the hospital was also injured. Their injuries not considered to be life-threatening. KTBS in Shreveport reports that the Shreveport Police Department believes Chatman is also the person who used a machete to kill a Moreau man Sunday afternoon at a gas station on St. Claude Avenue. According to a store employee there, 59-year-old Donald Cargo was near the gas pumps when another man pulled up behind him, got out of his car, and pointed at his vehicle. The employee said the man then pulled out a large knife that may have been a machete and cut the victim's neck. The attacker then jumped into a green Saturn SUV with significant damage to the front driver's side and drove off. And that's the same description of the vehicle used in that Shreveport attack. No word on if Chatman knew Cargo. Again, Zaokoye Chatman was arrested overnight for a machete attack at a Shreveport hospital, and police believe he is also the suspect behind a deadly machete attack Sunday in the lower 9th Ward. And a Lafayette TV station reports Chatman was released from the military for medical reasons and has not been taking his medicine. They cited his family.